Hey guys, it's Krystal Pistol, and I have some new products that I'm wanting to show you guys. And I'm pretty sure this was at Sephora. I don't know. I got packages from Ulta and Sephora, but my friend let me know that they were doing some type of sale, like it was like the 23 days of whatever. I don't know, but each day they had different products for sale. And one of the products was the Stila One Step Correct Corrector. And this is a primer, and it's got green, a peach color, and it's got purple in it. And let me see what this is real quick. If it's silicone or usage, benefits. Maybe the box has the ingredients. Okay. I'm not seeing the ingredients. Where is the ingredients? It says pump a small amount and apply to clean skin with your fingertips or brush. Oh, here's the ingredients. Water, aqua, I'm not seeing silicone in here, unless the Sisla, whatever this big word is, a really big word for silicone, but I'm not seeing it, so I don't really know. Okay, but I have some makeup on, but this stuff is kind of odd, because I mean, like, it comes out of the tube and everything. It looks the way that you think it would. And as you see it on my hand, it kind of blurs in green. You see all the colors and it kind of blurs in green. And then it almost turns into like a skin color. And it has a little bit of coverage to it in an odd sense. And it feels really good. It feels really moisturizing. I can say that it does hide red pigmentation and dark circles and stuff like that, but it doesn't hide it to like the extent of the actual concealer or corrector. But you can definitely tell the difference after you use it, and it just makes a really smooth base. And I think that your makeup, it really does last with this. I really do like this. The Stila One Step. So this was a score for me. I like this. And currently I'm using the Kat Von D foundation, and it seems to be working fine with this product. So anyway, going on to the next thing, I got the Tarte Shape Tape concealer, and I know this has been everywhere, literally everywhere. I'll swatch this on my wrist. Oh, see, I've already swatched something. Bam. It's got a lot of coverage. This is almost like one of the most covering. This, to me, I like this better. This is like more covering than Glamouflage. Glamouflage by Hard Candy. Yeah, this stuff covers, but it feels more lightweight. So I really like this. It's really odd because it has like a clay feeling to it, and I don't think that this says anything about clay, but it almost has like that thick, concretey like clay feeling, and you would think as soon as you put that on your skin that it would, like clog your pores and enlarge your pores and just make everything look cakey and stuff, and a definite no in the summertime. But no, this isn't like that. It is thick, but when you blend it out, it blends out completely evenly and opaque. And after you blend it out, I swear it feels like nothing's on your face. I wore this today, but I've had my makeup on for literally I don't even know how long. Let's see. I put my makeup on. It's 3:42 right now, 3:42 a.m. And I put this on at like 1:20 p.m. yesterday. So think about that for a minute. And I was getting ready to go to work. I'm on the night shift. So for my face to still not be, you know, looking, because I'm really red. So this is the work of the Stila primer and this in full action, because I actually didn't wear any foundation today. I decided I was just going to wear this because I was in a hurry, so I just kind of spot concealed, but I actually ended up, it was kind of odd, I ended up highlighting my face and just, you know, blending it out, and then I just didn't use foundation, and this actually held up really nicely all day long, and I didn't look odd. People didn't even know I had makeup on, so that's, you know, that's a big thing. Now I will say this, like, I have very large pores on my nose, and when I put this on my nose, I noticed that for some odd reason, like, if you gotta watch how you blend this stuff on your nose, because it can come out looking kind of cakey on your nose, not so much around this part, but like on top of your pores. You might want to use a lighter concealer. Like if you have pores like me, you might want to use like a really good lightweight feeling and like texture and everything. Like it's almost, if you have really large pores, it's almost like you need to use a bit of a watery like concealer. I don't want to say like watery like runny, but like a more liquidy like concealer, because it doesn't seem to like cake up over your pores, you know what I mean? Like it's just kind of pat. But then again, if you have redness and stuff, it's also hard to cover your nose with that kind of concealer. So you just kind of have to watch how you apply this stuff on your nose if you have large pores. But I mean, I used it today on my nose and it was okay. The first time I used it, I didn't know about it, but I will show you guys a little bit of a demo because my eyeliner's kind of ran down. So I'm just going to show you guys with my fingertips on one side of my face of how this, and I know this is kind of white for me. I ordered it online, but you know, I like my concealers a little bit light anyway because I like to highlight. I mean, what's the point of getting a concealer that's one step above your facial color? Nobody's gonna see that. You gotta make shit pop. Okay, and like my nose is red, so we'll cover my nose. And I mean, this has been hours since I put this on. I mean, literally hours, and I have no foundation, just a primer. And look at that. It just blends completely out. It gives you time to work with it. I'll get close. This side doesn't have it. And this stuff is buildable. Let's put on one more. I'll do it again. If you really want to concentrate it, just pat it. And, you know, of course this is going to look better with a beauty blender. I haven't had a problem though using my fingers with this yet. So, it's a really natural finish. It's like, you know how like the Kat Von D foundation, once you put it on, it has like a thick consistency to it, and then like throughout the day, I don't know, it's just thick, you know. It's makeup, it's a really thick makeup. I'm not down in it, I like it, I wear it. But this is like thick and lightweight. It's odd, it's a really odd formula, and to me it totally beats the Urban Decay Naked Concealer that everybody was freaking out about. This beats that by 100 times a million. And I will say that when I got this, I was surprised at how big this was. Like, this shocked me. Look how big. This is my hand, okay? Look at that. And then just to show you how big the applicator is, I love this applicator. Look at that. You're not messing around with that applicator. That is awesome. The packaging's sleek. It like suction cups in there. I'm pretty sure the bottle's not glass, so if you break it, you don't, I mean, if you drop it, you don't have to worry about breaking it. I actually broke my Urban Decay one. I'm not, you know, being mean to Urban Decay. I like Urban Decay. I'm just kind of comparing the two because they're huge hits and raves. And going back in with this, if you really want this primer to really work on certain areas of your face with a one-step correct, you have to concentrate it in a certain area. If you put 2 dabs in your hand and rub this all over your face, nothing's going to happen. But if you take the hyperpigmented areas or your dark circles and you use this and you just concentrate it in that area, it's going to work. Okay, the next thing that I got is, I don't know if you guys know this, but I've been using the L'Oreal, I don't know what it's called. I'll link it down below. But I've been using the L'Oreal eyeliner felt tip. It has cheetah print on it, whatever that is. And it could be like infallible, something like that. I don't know. But I've been using their black eyeliner. And I mean, my eyelids like move a lot more. I don't know if it's just because, I don't know if it's normal and it's just all people with their eyeliner and I just haven't mastered it yet. But you're not supposed to snag your eye back when you do your eye makeup, because when you let your eye go, it's going to make those crinkly marks in your eye. Or like the line's going to come out thicker than it should, or the line's going to be thinner than it should, or you know, it's just not going to be what you wanted to begin with. So I noticed that I was having a hard time doing a wing with that eyeliner specifically, because I would, and I used it forever. I mean, I even repurchased it because it was working for me, but it just wasn't working good enough, and now I realize that, and I should have tried to move on to a different product sooner. But I was having to hold my eye back. I just kind of thought it was me. Like, there was no way that I could put eyeliner on without holding my eye back, because it would have just skipped across my eyelid and I would have had sketchy fucking eyeliner. So I couldn't do it. And every time I would try to do a wing, you know, the very tip of it, like the felt tip, the very tip would be completely dry, and then the bottom of the brush would be wet. And then I would try to sponge it and like get the product out, and I would dab the tip of it, but the product wouldn't dispense properly onto the very tip of the brush, and then I don't know, it was a mess. And then usually it would dry immediately as soon as it got to the tip before I got to my eyeliner, so I couldn't really flick my eyeliner out. So I don't know, it was a nightmare. My eyeliner is looking a little bit rough right now because it's been like all day long. But anyway, I decided that I was going to either get like a paint pod eyeliner, but I came across this, and this is the Tarteist, what is this? The Tarteist Clay Paint Liner eyeliner, and this is in the black shade. And this stuff is amazing, and this is not a test tube, this is like full size. It's actually pretty little, but a little bit goes a very long, very, very long way. And this does appear bigger online. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you guys that now. But it comes with a brush that's like this. And it actually gives you pretty damn good precision. And it takes a minute, but I mean, I'm telling you, I do not have to pull my eye back. This stuff is super pigmented, and it's almost like it's a little bit, I'm not going to say watery, because when you think of watery, you think of runny. But it's a little bit more liquidy, but it's not liquidy. It's like a clumpy, liquidy consistence. And I swear the littlest bit will do your whole entire eye. Not even a full little bitty drop will do your whole eye for both eyes. So this stuff will last forever, depending, you know, on how much I use it. But I love this stuff. Oh, and it's like super waterproof. This stuff is hard to get off. So I suggest, and it doesn't say it's waterproof either. So that's just a little thing there. I just noticed that it doesn't seem to go anywhere. Now I will say this. It does run a little bit like on into the day, but if you just, I hadn't set my face with setting powder or anything, so it kind of ran down right here, which I mean, but if you're not going to set your face with any type of powder right under your eyes right there, you're asking for it. But for the most part, it didn't even really run. I mean, it very steadily ran. It just now got to the point to where it's running a little bit. But, oh, and there just went our lighting. Okay. And now you see I have a little bit on my hand. I actually got too much of it. And I'm just going to show you guys. And then if you want to be technical, we'll just use the very tip. It's got some mad flick action, like. And this little gray spot up here, I did this stuff on my hand. I wouldn't suggest doing this on your hand. You will keep this on your skin. I've washed my hands like 5 times today and that's still on me. So obviously you need makeup remover to get this stuff off, or you're going to have a hard time. So anyway, I'm going to have fun getting that off now. But it's nothing, I mean, it's nothing crazy. Before it dries completely down, you can totally take concealer and work with it. If you don't get your wing right the first time, it's workable. It's worth getting. I think you should get it. Trust me. Man, I look funny now. Okay. Now, the next thing that I got is this big beauty right here. Okay, I've been seeing this floating all over Instagram, floating all over YouTube, floating everywhere, all over Facebook, and I had to have this. Like, I did not care to spend 60 bucks on this and get this. I had to have this. Look at this bad boy. I mean, just, it has the mirror. It's got really pretty cuteness all over it. I mean, look at that. And the colors, I mean, I beg your pardon. Look at that. Okay, now, what I have to say. The darker shades are actually less pigmented. Like, okay, here's the blackest shade. Obviously, that is not a black mark. That's what black looks like. That came off. This is called Stiletto. This actually is like a gray washout. Now, that being said, these are buildable. 2 swatches over the 3. Okay, so that's about as much as you can build this color up. It's about that charcoaly gray color. I think though that the reason that this is like this is because this is not a smoky palette. This is not a midnight palette. This is not a party palette. This is not a high impact pigment palette. This is a natural palette. So obviously they want the blacks to be more soft, you know. This is more like an everyday palette. Something you would use when you go out during the daytime. This is a beautiful spring palette. So I've seen a lot of YouTubers smash this palette because of that. But they're not thinking of the concept of the palette. So think of the concept of the palette. Now, not all of these shades are like that. Chocolate Martini. This is one of the darker ones. See what I mean? It's not as dark. This is Love Bug. Love Bug is pretty nice. But like something like, it kind of goes over from these dark shades, and then it goes over into these mid-tones that are shimmery. And these mid-tones are everything. Look at that. Now that is pigmented. And they have one shade that's a little bit lighter, that's sparkly. And it's like an undertone for that color, and I really like that one. That's Honeymoon and Hot and Bothered. Those are my two favorite colors out of the whole palette. The lighter shades are very light. Some of them I think are really good brow bone colors. Poodle is a really good brow bone color. Here's Poodle. What is that? Heaven. Heaven is a really good brow bone color. That's the lightest shade. The only color that I'm kind of disappointed in is Fairy Tale. I thought that Fairy Tale was going to be a lot more pigmented than it is. It looks good on screen, but it's not what I thought it would be. Fairy Tale is like that really pretty gold color that's usually in almost every palette, and you know, it wasn't as good as like what I thought it would be. A lot of these are like satiny finishes. I like them. So, yeah. And I will say that the eyeshadows are very long wear, it seems. So, because where I work and stuff, I haven't noticed any type of oddness where they're trying to come off or smudge or anything like that. So you guys know, this is what it looks like. That's pretty much it for this haul, and I just wanted to tell you guys my opinions on some new products that I bought. I hope you guys enjoy this, and I want you guys to subscribe to my channel because I feel like this is really what I'm meant to do, and I really do love having a channel, and I would do makeup regardless, even if there was a YouTube or not. So hopefully we can just all be a big family and have the best YouTube channel possible, and I will listen to anything you guys have to say. I definitely will be doing recommended videos since my subscriber list is so low. Anything that you guys want to see, take advantage of this, me being like small right now and not a big YouTuber. Take advantage of this because we can get to know each other right now, and I will totally remember you guys. Like, message me on Google Plus. We'll become friends. If you're a YouTuber, we can collab together. Like, we can be friends on YouTube. You know, I'm all up for meeting new people. And me right now, at this point in time where I only have like 45 subscribers, this is when to start doing it. So if any of you guys think I'm cool or whatever, check me out, subscribe, write done in my comments. I'll go check out your videos, YouTube, if you have one. I'm really interested in you guys. You guys are cool. Subscribe, and I'll catch y'all later in my next video. See ya.